guys, I'm back. It's been a rough few weeks here. Haven't made a video. I think it was 3 weeks now I haven't made a video. And first week I was sick. I don't know what it was, but I still have leftover symptoms from it. So been dealing with that. Last week we had that the beginning of that Arctic air that moved in. And during the weekend I went ahead and pulled my Dodge in here. That way I could not have to clean it off. I knew we were going to get some lake effect snow with all that Arctic air coming across Lake Michigan. So pulled it in, set the plow down, and have no clue where I put the controller. It's a wireless controller for the Snowway. It's gone. And unfortunately, the controller for this is the Generation 1, or they call it the Pro 1. It's not available anymore. They quit making it. And in order to get the plow running, if I can't find one of those controllers, I have to upgrade the module and the controller itself with all the wiring. So that's a $750 deal if I have to do that. A few months ago, I was on eBay and I seen a few of those Pro controllers, the Series 1, and I thought about buying it, and I thought, nah, I'm good. You know, I've had this plow for, I think, 6 years now, and every time I'm done with it, I take that controller and I put it back on the charger, and for whatever reason, that weekend, my head wasn't thinking straight, and either that or it fell out of my pocket and it's somewhere out in the yard. But in any event, truck's stuck here, plow's stuck on the truck, can't move, and I found a guy out of Iowa who had a controller. He was telling me a story about how his business, his shop burned down, and the only thing left over from that was this one controller. And so I offered him 75 bucks with shipping. He charged me 85. So I sent that out to him, and supposedly that's in the mail. So hopefully by Monday we have it. I don't know if the controller works. I'm kind of gambling, but it looks nice in the pictures. So we'll see where that goes. John Deere. Okay, so John Deere called me 2 days ago, and they finally have a fix for the John Deere Z, I think it's the Z700, 900 tractors, the zero turns. So they're coming out Wednesday. They're going to put the new voltage regulator or whatever fix they have on the John Deere. So that'll be nice to get that taken care of. I think it's been like 2 years now that they've been waiting on this fix. So I don't know if Kawasaki was just trying to build an inventory of parts before they would actually take care of the claim, but either way, it'll be fixed and I'll be good to go for this year. I'm still going to keep the voltage, the battery disconnect on it. I mean, kind of makes sense. I like to put those on pretty much everything I have. But back to the plow here. Yesterday, I figured I'll go out back, I'll get the wheel loader, because last weekend I actually fired it up and I scraped the driveway down. I figured I'll go get that and I'll plow the driveway with it. I went out there and pushed the button to start and it went click. That was it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go out there and try to figure out what's wrong with that. I don't know if it's the starter, the solenoid, the power's not getting somewhere. I don't know, but I definitely got to get that running because the Alice Chalmer forklift's in front of it, and I need that to move firewood once I use up all the firewood underneath my Quonset hut. So with that being said, let's get started. Sorry for the long intro, and let's get after it. All right, guys, it's pretty cold out here. It's 20 degrees, and you see here, this is the starter. Here's your solenoid, and what I got here is just a battery maintainer, and you can see that it's full. So the battery should be good. I just put this battery in a couple months ago, so I can't imagine it's bad already, but you never know. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off so we can start working on it. And I've got a push button here that I'm going to use for trying to start it. So let me hook that up real quick. And what we're going to do is, this is a battery cable. We're going to hook that on to there. And then the other side, I'm going to hook to the switch part of the solenoid so that we can, hopefully I can do that without hitting that ground clamp, or that ground rod there, or strap anyway. But that'll transfer power to there, just like when I pushed the button. I didn't ever notice this had a light on it. But basically, if I push this, it's like pushing the button up on the dash. So let's go ahead and try it like it is. So it just clicks, which normally you would assume possible dead battery or starter issue, but I'm going to work from the battery back, and we already know that the battery's good. At least it appears to be. So let me hook up this here. I'm going to hook it right to this ground strap, and just a test light. And of course we're going to have power here. Perfect. All right, now put it on this one, and now when I push this button, we should see that solenoid click and send power to the starter. If it does, we know we've got a starter problem. Ooh, nothing. Check up here just for the hell of it. See if I get in there. There we go. So nothing going to the starter. Solenoid's clicking, but nothing going. That solenoid must be bad. So let's go see what I got for a solenoid, and we'll get that changed out. Well, that was easy. I didn't think it'd be that easy to solve, but I mean, this isn't a complicated system, so it kind of makes sense. So let's go see what I got. I got a area where I keep those. All right, let's see here. There's starter solenoids. So I believe these back here are for lawnmowers. They're kind of small. We got a few here. These will work. I think I'm going to use this one, this all metal one. It's old, looks like it'll hold up to a big industrial engine like that. So let's go with this one. So all of this stuff here was my driveway, and usually I plow from about where that car is up and around here. I'm going to get this wheel loader running, but I'm not going to touch this. And the reason being is if my controller's out there, it's supposed to be about 35 degrees today. So we're just going to let that hopefully melt and expose what's under it. You can kind of see I took a pitchfork and I was raking through the snow. I mean, it's pretty deep here. It's right there's probably about 14 inches. It's hard to tell just where it was drifting, you know. But yeah, we're just gonna let that melt. But here's the wheel loader. All right, let's see if I can do this without shorting myself out here. I should probably take that battery cable off the battery, but I like to work dangerously. So let's see what I can do. I don't know what that is, but it's gonna have to go back. Oh, there we go. As long as I'm moving out here, it doesn't seem too bad. It'd be nice to get that warmer weather finally. I'm gonna have to go grab a real wrench here. Be right back. I'm back. Couldn't really get that crescent wrench, that adjustable wrench in there. Let's see if I can get it off with these. I did go ahead and grab a couple extra screws while I was in there. I like stainless, so that's what I went with. Get rid of these old steel ones that rust. Now hopefully this takes care of it. All right, so maybe that's not the right terminal. Nothing there. Let's try this one. Nothing. Interesting, so that's not even a good solenoid. Great. Well, let me go grab another one. All right, so out of all three of those, this one was the only good one I had. I hope it works for this, because it did click, but I guess we're about to find out. So I got everything hooked up. Let's see what happens here. Nothing. Same thing. So I feel like we've got two different problems here. So I'm going to clean the connection here, because if I take this hot line and I put it on the starter, it turns over. So I don't know if this is a dirty connection here too, but clearly there's something weird going on with this solenoid even, because when I put the hot line here, I've got power there, but it doesn't turn over. So I don't know what's going on. Let me try to clean this, and it's kind of a weird problem. And we'll see if this helps at all. If it does, great. If it doesn't, I may need to order a whole new solenoid. Just a brand new one. Because I don't think I have any more. It's kind of weird. I had two bad ones. But I guess that's the way it goes sometimes. Maybe they've just been sitting so long, they don't work anymore. I don't know. But we'll clean this up and see what happens here. Definitely has some rust on it. So I also got a new nut and a new lock washer here, so try that one. Nothing. How can that be? Let's see here. So we got power there. Nothing there. So this is a bad solenoid. Unreal. I may go to town and just buy one. Hopefully they got one. All right, I'm back. And somewhere I heard third solenoid's a charm. So, let's get this one off. I'll put the other one on and I'll be right back. All right, it's on. So let's go ahead and see what happens. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Now let's see if we can get it started. I'm going to turn the ignition on. There we go. Okay. Get this choke shut. You ready? There she goes. a little cold, but it's running. I guess they were right. Oh, it's in reverse. Started coming backwards on me. All right. Now that that's done, let's go back in the barn and get warmed up. All right, back in the barn here. It's nice and warm. Here's my pile of bad solenoids. So, just take those and right there. But got a pressure washer I'm going to be fixing, so I'll see you at some point on that video. If you look here, I've got outer rocker panels, inner rocker panels, and cab corners here for the old silver Dodge over there. So I'm going to try to get that all fixed up. Also got tank straps here. The tank is falling out of it. So we're going to end up pulling that bed and getting the frame all needle scaled down and try to get some of that rust off of it and see if I can protect it for a little while, because it's in pretty bad shape. It doesn't look terrible, but it is in bad shape. That cab corner there is actually for this truck on the other side. On the driver's side, the cab corner's pretty well shot. So at some point we're going to do that. I'll show you what else we got here in the office coming up here. So I got some paint here. This is light silver. This is probably a half or 3/4 of a gallon there, and then a full gallon down here. This is all paint that was getting thrown away from where I work at and was given to me. So that was very nice of them. This isn't cheap paint. It's automotive grade. And this is going to be for the Dodge. We'll see how that goes. I may or may not use that, but it was free, so probably use it. This here is actually Georgian Bay Blue. 2 full gallons of that was getting thrown out. And so it's a very, very close color to the blue on the Chevy. So we're going to use that for the Chevy because I don't know what color that is, and I'm pretty sure I won't be able to color match it. So we're just going to paint the whole truck. So we got that. And then behind it here, I bought this single stage back here. Bought that off of eBay. That is emerald green metallic, and we'll probably use that on the 95 Chevy. So big plans here going forward, and we'll see what comes of it. But yeah, that Georgian blue is really close to this. So one thing I noticed on this truck is, let's see if I can find it. If you look here, there's a seam. It's hard to see right there. Let's see if I can get some light on it for you. There you go. So there's a seam. So whoever painted this truck painted from here up, and they did not paint the bottom. Not sure why they did that, but if you look closely, you will see a difference in color. So we're going to pull all this trim off, sand that all down, and we're just going to paint the whole truck the same color. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the pinstripes or what I'm going to do with that. I did get a replacement mirror. This was in good shape, but I accidentally cracked it. See the crack here? So I just bought a new one to replace it, and that's sitting down there in the seat. I do have a tachometer as well. So lots of projects coming up. Just gotta get motivated, find time, and start knocking them out. So there you go. It's always something. There's always something to fix when you got equipment like I've got. And it's a never-ending thing. So it's just something you got to deal with. I like to have backups so that when something does go wrong, I can just say, okay, let's go over here and get this, and we'll get the job done. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really wanted to get something out for you guys, and the projects just keep adding up if I don't stay on them. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next thing, and I'll see you on that video. Take care.